A couple of days back, I reached out to some family and friends, and I asked them a simple question. How do we all start our day? A staggering 44% of them told me that the first thing they do in the morning is check their phones. Notifications, emails, social media, messages, you know the drill. And if we are being honest, that's true for most of us sitting here. We start our days with screens and not conversations. That means the first thing we do when we wake up is interact with an algorithm. We've scrolled something, liked something, shared something, probably disliked something, while we're still in our beds, not moved an inch. That's not laziness, that is design. Technology is often seen as one force that impacts society and human race. But in reality, it is a mosaic made up of tiny pieces. And when you assemble these pieces together, it tells you a beautiful story, the story about the future of human choice. Today, we're going to talk about this story. And like all great stories, this story has two main characters. Let me introduce you the first character of the story. Neuropsychology, one of the most fascinating pieces of mosaic in this. It gives you a sneak peek into the human mind. If I were to tell you that machines can now predict your next move, you'll be like, yes, we know it. Let me rephrase it for you. The machines can predict your next move before you know it. This is not a hypothetical question. It's a scientific experiment. In a landmark study recently, the scientists conducted a simple experiment with astonishing output. The participants were asked to lay in an MRI machine, and while they looked at the screen in front of them, a very simple task was given. They had buttons in both their hands, right and left, and they were asked randomly to press the buttons at their own free will. That's it. The results, absolutely fascinating. The researchers could predict which participant was going to press right or left seconds before they actually press the button. That means by analyzing brain activity, I can predict your actions before you verbalize them or you actually put it into motion. Interesting? Let's map it up with a digital algorithm. What happens? So I'm telling you that neuroscience has the ability to examine the neural signals in our brain that can tell you what makes me pause, what makes me go faster, what makes me anxious, what makes me buy, happy, sad. I know the question in your head. We are not in an MRI scanner. Who is scanning us? Our digital behavior on online platforms is a proxy for it. So every scroll, every pause, every play that we do, everything we fast forward, rewind, stop, and share is a proxy for that behavior. Now imagine this quantum of knowledge and pair it up with the machine that never stops learning. Part 2 of my digital mosaic, ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence. A living, breathing system that learns, adapts in real times, and gives us predictions about decision-making, purchase pattern, anxieties in customers. What started as to get to know your customers better has evolved into let's predict what they would want to know. So where neuropsychology taught us how we feel, AI figured out how to scale it. In 2010, companies like Microsoft were running around 20,000 control experiments a year to understand how do humans behave in a digital experience. Today, it's 100,000 experiments. That's an industrial scale optimization of human behavior. And in between this mosaic of neuropsychology and artificial intelligence lies the heart of mosaic, ethics. Where do we stand? Ethics in this context is about human autonomy and about responsibility, something that will help us understand, is the choice simple or are we being guided? Let me throw a couple of questions at you. Think about the last subscription that you took. Was it because the trial was free and now canceling it has become a nightmare? What about the last purchase that you did online? Was it something that you looked for intentionally, or did something pop up on your screen? I have curly hair, and by now I know how to maintain them and style them, and yet my Instagram feed is always filled with curly hair routines, how to set them up, while I have never actively searched for it. At this time, I tell my students and friends, I am not browsing the internet is browsing me now. This is called dark patterns. The US Federal Trade Commission calls it the dark patterns, designs that nudge you in a direction where you organically could have not gone. That's design. That's subtle pressure. So where we stand today in between neuropsychology and artificial intelligence and ethics, we ask ourselves one simple question. If the choices are made long before I was even made aware of it, is the choice truly mine? And if that is a question that hits you as well, I will give you 3 simple questions that will help you navigate this path. First, ask yourself, is it fair? Is it equally easy to say no as it is to say yes? Number 2, is it visible? Does a reasonable person realize that we are being steered into a certain direction? And number 3, is it human-centered? Who wins at the end? Is it the humans or the platform? If the platform is optimized for engagement and conversions, great, no problems. At the cost of our autonomy, yes. That's where we cross the line from service to exploitation. Viktor Frankl, one of the Holocaust survivor and a great philosopher, has left us with this quote. Between stimulus and response, there's a space, and that space gives us the power to choose. For most of the human history, that power belonged to us. Now, not so much. So the future of human choice will be based on what do we do with this space. Next time, something feels frictionless, too easy, too convenient, popping up on your phone, stop and ask yourself, is this choice designed for you, or has the choice been designed through you? Remember, the space between stimulus and response should always belong to us. Thank you.